Ben Tracy spent the day traveling west from Sendai and is now in Niigata. Ben, many people have been waiting on lines trying to find out the fate of their relatives and friends. What has that been like?
Well, Katie, in one of the towns we went to called Ishinomaki, we saw this long line outside the Red Cross hospital that we assumed was people seeking medical attention. But in fact, they were actually waiting in line to go inside this tent where there were names on tables and on the walls. These were names of people who had been treated at the hospital, people who were still alive, but then also a list of people who had been confirmed dead. So they were basically there to see the fate of their relatives. We found one woman in the line who was looking to find out what had happened to her son. She raised her finger in the air, telling us this was her one and only son. Obviously, she was very emotional because she believes he was actually swept away in his car by the tsunami. Katie?
And what about the tens of thousands of people who are in shelters, Ben? How are their loved ones supposed to find them?
Well, when you go into these shelters, these evacuation shelters, there are names all over the wall in the entryway, and these are the names of the people who are actually at the shelter. The point is, if you walk in, you can look at the names, you can see if a relative or a loved one is there, and then hopefully go be reunited with them there at the shelter. Katie?
There are also some very joyful reunions taking place as well.
Yes, thankfully there are a lot of reunions, and one that hit very close to home for us is our colleague Lucy Kraft, who was actually reunited with her 17-year-old son in Tokyo just a couple of hours ago. He had actually been at boarding school in Sendai when the earthquake and the tsunami hit, and it had been about 2 days before she could get in touch with him, so obviously she was worried. But like any 17-year-old, he very nonchalantly sent her a text message saying, "Mom, stop worrying, I'm fine." Katie?
I'm so glad she found him because a lot of people were very, very concerned about that. Ben Tracy in Niigata, Japan tonight. Ben, thank you.